Hello students, welcome to class. This is Bella Vegan Dog, and this was yesterday on March 6th, 2022, right on Happy Pet Path, right near my house. This is a little baby sheep. She looks like a goat, but she's actually a lamb, or so I'm told. There are 3 of them, and this was the first time that my dog, Bella Vegan Dog, has ever met any sheep. More than 50,000 people signed a petition to try to have my dog Bella removed from me because they said her vegan diet was killing her, she was unhealthy, and she was meant to eat animals. Many of you claim to be worried about Bella's health, but you don't really, because you all know that she's perfectly healthy, and her vet has confirmed it. The only reason that any of you ever complained is because you feel so guilty eating animals yourselves. So many of you say, but she needs meat to survive. And so here you go. I gave her a perfect opportunity to eat an animal. And guess what she did? She sniffed her and looked curious, but never did anything to hurt her. She had no violence in her. Never did it occur to her to hurt them, these innocent little babies. So, if you're anything like me, you're probably curious. How did these 3 little lambs end up on a street in suburbia? What's going on? What's the story here? Well, let me tell you. It started a couple of years ago when one day I saw a woman on my street walking with another little one like this. And I said, "Oh my gosh, this is so cute. How did she end up here?" And my neighbor said that she was taking care of her for a little while because she was born early or something like that. At the time I asked, and I was told that, yes, in fact, the little one would be killed and would be eaten, and that they too, their family, also ate animals. And of course it broke my heart to know that. But there's nothing I could do. So I thought it was really interesting this time around when I asked the same question, but I was given a different answer. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe she responded differently because there were 3 children around. People often lie to children about where food comes from. They don't want to upset them. Instead of just becoming vegan as a family, they still keep feeding their children dead animals without their consent. Or maybe she responded differently because she's becoming vegan. I remember at the time, though, that was a few years ago, feeling really awkward talking to her because she mentioned that she was a veterinary assistant. That's like being a nurse, but instead of being a nurse for humans, being a nurse for animals. And so I thought to myself, how weird is that? It would be like a nurse eating her own patients. How can anyone who's a vet or even a vet assistant still eat animals? It seems so odd, so bizarre, so wrong. Now, I didn't push the issue because what I've learned is that talking to people directly, especially neighbors, isn't helpful. It takes 100 clicks to become vegan. You got to get the message in your head, and you also have to get it into your heart. And all you can sometimes do is start the conversation and let others take over from there. One thing is for sure, though, cognitive dissonance can grab hold of anyone, even veterinarians, veterinary assistants, or anyone else in society. What it means is that you have this disconnect between your head and your heart, where you actually think you're doing something good, but you're not in the grand scheme of things. Now again, I don't really know the situation, and it's entirely possible that this family became vegan, but highly unlikely, because if they had, they would have proudly told me, the famous vegan on the street, that yes, they had finally decided and realized that their whole family shouldn't eat animals anymore, that they finally realized the hypocrisy of it all. But that's not what happened. In fact, on this day, The conversation was very awkward. The answers were unclear. And I would be willing to bet that these three will have the same fate as the little angel that I saw a few years ago. Supposedly they're going back to a farm, her friend's farm. But some alarm bells were going off, because that would mean that her friend has to feed and take care of these animals for many, many years to come. Most likely, they will be killed in a few months and eaten, maybe at Easter, who knows, maybe in mid-spring. What was really going on right now in my head as I held my camera was I felt like putting down my camera and grabbing all three of them and bringing them to my backyard to let them run free and to take care of them and to never allow anybody to slit their necks and cut off their legs and eat them. But there's nothing I could do. Nothing. Animals are here on the planet with us, not for us. And the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has clearly stated that anyone can be vegan at any stage of development. You're born vegan. That means you're born not wanting to hurt animals. No child would ever think of hurting an animal. They would think of playing with them, hugging them, observing them, loving them, but never hurting them. Everyone was born vegan. And I'm trying to get that message out, that everyone can return. Now, many of you in the comments section will observe the psychopaths who say that this looks like dinner to them. And they say, lamb chops. But look at those people. Look at their profiles. Look at the kind of individuals that they are. That's not who you are. You're not a psychopath. You're a person who cares, just like me. You just got sidetracked, that's all. You can find your way back. Google vegan recipes and watch the important documentary that I always talk about called don'twatch.org, or any of the others, so many of them. You can do it. Walk with the animals and be vegan from now on. We say we love animals, yet we hurt them in every way imaginable. We shoot them, we beat them, we skin them, we wear them, we dominate them, we mutilate them, we cut off their skin, we betray them, we choke them, we force feed them, we burn them, we bite and swallow them. We fire guns at them, though they've committed no crimes. We cut off their heads, we kidnap them, and trample on their rights. We destroy rainforests to feed them, just so we can eat them. We experiment on them, we spray poisons on them, we radiate them. And all of this karma comes back to us, until we declare, I'll be vegan from now on. If you find value in my work, subscribe and press the notification bell and help me get the animals out of hell. Thank you.